In this lesson, we'll examine the StoreFront integration and the communication flows between StoreFront and the other components in the environment, including the Citrix Workspace app, Active Directory, Citrix delivery controllers, and the NetScaler. It is strongly recommended that you secure all communications between StoreFront and these other components. We'll start with the client endpoint. By default, communications between Citrix Workspace app and StoreFront is designed to use HTTPS over TCP port 443. If the user opens a web browser to access the StoreFront URL instead of using CWA, that communication flow should also be secured using HTTPS. Both scenarios require an SSL certificate to be installed on the StoreFront server to encrypt these communications. Next, we have Active Directory. By default, when users sign on to StoreFront to launch an app or a desktop, StoreFront handles the authentication request directly. This process is called direct authentication because StoreFront communicates directly with an Active Directory domain controller using LDAP or secure LDAP over port 389 or port 636, respectively. Next up is the communication between StoreFront and the delivery controllers, which occurs several times when users launch published apps or desktops. StoreFront and delivery controllers communicate with each other using XML data sent to the broker service on the DDC. Citrix recommends that this XML data is secured over HTTPS. To achieve this, an SSL certificate needs to be installed on all delivery controllers that StoreFront will communicate with. And finally, there is the communication between Citrix NetScaler and Citrix StoreFront. This only needs to be considered if a NetScaler gateway is being used in the deployment to handle access for external users. It's only in such deployments that a ticket from a Secure Ticket Authority, or STA, is required. StoreFront will request the STA information from the NetScaler, and it's recommended by Citrix that this traffic is secured using HTTPS. You now have a better understanding of why StoreFront communications are vital to the Citrix environment and